Well, welcome to the podcast, the GDC version. We got some very exciting news today, including an interview with HTC, courteous of us. And, of course, we're going to talk about GDC and NVIDIA's bombshell. All that and more with me, Skylar, and Anthony. Welcome to the podcast. Alright, so we have a lot to talk about. And one thing being is NVIDIA inserting themselves into the console wars. I mean,
I don't know how much of a war I'd call it, though.
Yeah, they're definitely innovative. I don't know what the... I mean, they have some great specs for the thing. I really don't know. I feel like what we're at is going to be its limit. Well, I also kind of feel that way with our current consoles, though. Xbox One and PS4. Like, what they're at now is probably the most we're going to be able to do with it. I mean, really, the only other step we could take is when we have actual 4K games, but I think it's going to be a major contender, and it's a different type of contention, though. It really does. I mean, your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I don't see very many consoles coming out after this. At least traditional consoles in the sense of physical media and going to the store and buying everything. I don't even think downloading will be that big of a thing anymore.
Yeah, this is definitely going to show people a new way to do. I mean, and let's think about it this way, though. There has been things in the past that come along and try to be innovative and new and do something different, and then it doesn't happen. It doesn't catch on, and it just kind of gets forgotten about. And I'm not trying to say that this will be one of those things that get forgotten about. It's not so much that it won't catch on because it's not good, but it won't catch on because it's so new or it is before its time. But if there was any time for something like this to come out, it would be now. I mean, right now, there's people that don't even have cable because I just fuck cable. I like Netflix. There's a ton of people like that. That they don't care about cable. They can get whatever they want from Netflix or HBO Go, etc., etc. And it'll be one of those things is that if people are fed up with GameStop or fed up with Best Buy or fed up with Microsoft or Sony, that they're just like, fuck you guys, I'm going to do this because I don't want to have to buy a $50 game every time, $60 game every time something comes out. And instead... I mean, what was a subscription? I think I seen something about the subscription being $150 a year to play their library. So the price actually lower than the price of 3 AAA brand new games for an entire fucking library of games.
Still a lot of unconfirmed though. Like, I don't think they've come out with anything official yet on subscription pricing yet, and the whole game library thing is just what I gathered from the keynote that they did.
I think it'll be something around $20 to $25 a month. I feel like that would be, I feel like that'd be fair, and then maybe have something like $250 a year, something some kind of bundled package for a year subscription. If for $200 though, that's the big thing though. It's running, it's not just that it's like, okay, maybe it's even or better than the next-gen consoles, maybe it's not as good, there's a lot of people on the fence, there's a lot of people trash-talking it, a lot of people loving it. I'm trying to be on the fence and getting information from both sides and, trying to pick fact from fiction. Is one person just trash-talking it? Is the other person just fanboying over it? That's where I'm at right now, is trying to decide what I really feel about it. One thing that I do have to say about it, though, for sure, it has next-gen graphics, for sure, and it's only $200 fucking dollars. That's a big deal. When I paid $400 for my Xbox One. I mean, that's half the price for a next-gen console So
And
that's
and
a
the
big
kicker
deal.
here is 1080p 60 FPS.
Exactly. 1080p 60 FPS.
If that
When
wasn't
half the shit the Xbox has is 30.
it's 960 at most, like
Yeah.
960p at 30 FPS. Like if this wasn't just the biggest kick in the teeth to Microsoft and Sony.
And they need it though. They need to be reminded that they're not the only people just fucking 69ing each other over who's got the best console. I think that it's going to be a game changer. I think it's going to show people a new way to play games. I think it's going to bridge the gap between PC gamers and console gamers and give both parties something they can both enjoy. I think it's a medium that's easily accessible by both.
And that was actually one of the things they were trying to push there was accessibility to all. Like they were saying, we got hundreds of thousands of gamers, but there's billions of people on the planet that like to game. And they're wanting to reach everyone with this.
Yeah, I think that's great. Obamacare for video games.
Yeah.
Hashtag that shit. But I'm all for it. I'm ready to hear more about it. I'm ready to see more of it, and that's one thing. Exciting. Speaking of things that I'm ready to see more of and hear more about, I tweeted HTC some questions today, and I asked them, there's a lot of VR headsets out there. What will make yours stand apart? And will you have exclusive content? Now, they indirectly answered the exclusive content question. And they replied saying, there may be others, but none like the one we've worked on alongside the Valve team. Thanks to their tracking and input tech, and our design skills and engineering talent, we're confident the HTC Vive will be a bona fide game changer. So, the one thing that I took out of that is their name dropping of Valve, and of course, that's their big partner in this. I think that's a good, that's going to be their big thing, is that, they, and now that they're with Valve, then my question is, will Valve exclusively, they could make it to where the HTC headset only works with Steam. My question is, will Valve do that? Is that why they've teamed up with them? Is that the purpose of teaming up with them for using Steam?
It's a good possibility. They haven't really gone into too much of it. If it's going to be open source, kind of like that new Razer OS VR that was announced like a month ago or whatever. I don't know though. They're pretty good about stuff like this.
Yeah. The thing is though, and another thing that I'd like to point out. HTC seems very confident, and I know their Twitter is purely for public relations, and I know they're going to boost themselves on that. They're not going to really drop any bombshells. Well, I don't know. We're not the greatest. They're not going to say that. But at the same time, would Valve have teamed up with them if they didn't have confidence of them building something for Steam or Valve that was worth their time? And all I'm saying is Portal 3 on HTC Vive sold. I would totally, that would be fucking amazing. But we all know that Valve can't count to 3. Sadly. Sadly, they can't count to 3.
Yeah, they're kind of skipping their feet here. They did release Source Engine 2, which is actually really cool, and that's going to be free to use by developers. I think that's going to be similar to what Unreal Engine did, and it's going to be free, but they're going to take a cut of the profits from whatever video game is published.
Yeah, per royalty percentage.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to it. Speaking of things I'm looking forward to, there is a rumor that Predator, and this is a rumor, a huge-ass rumor based on a fan art picture sent in to one of the Mortal Kombat developers, and they retweeted it and said, oh, look at this. And apparently everyone got in an uproar over it, including me, because I was bait-clicked into being like, oh my god! Because nothing would make me flip out more than being able to play a Predator in Mortal Kombat, I would. Oh my god, there isn't words. There isn't words for how much I want that to happen.
Yeah, right now the rumor is that he might be a DLC at some point.
At some point. Why don't they just give like a nice little DLC full of horror characters or just like big badasses that should be in a video game?
Yeah, that.
Ooh. If we put Arnold in Mortal Kombat, Conan the Barbarian, that'd be pretty fucking badass. I would play that character. But another thing, I seen there's this new game coming out called Stranded Deep. We're gonna look at some gameplay of that. Thoughts on Stranded Deep? Watched some gameplay of it just now. It looks good, kind of confusing, but good.
Nice hardcore survival sim.
I wouldn't say too hardcore because if
Not
that
yet.
lighter still fucking works, I'm just saying, going swimming with the lighter and then it still fucking works afterwards. No way. No way. But then that's when you would have to get really creative. And oh, guess what? The lighter still makes a spark. That's pretty much all you're gonna have left. At least you have like flint, basically.
Little bit, tiny little bit.
A little bit. Not that much, but enough to get your hopes up. Anything else you want to talk about from GDC? Oh, that Doom 3 gameplay on the Shield. That was intense.
Oh yeah, and they played some Dying Light and Grid 2. All of it looked just gorgeous, especially since it was being streamed from a data center that was about 180 miles away from where they were actually doing the event.
Yeah, not bad. Gotta have some kick-ass internet for that, though.
Yeah, decent. I mean, 50 megs should be the norm now.
Yeah, getting there.
Yeah. Well, with all
Just
the
need that
new
Google-
net neutrality and
Yeah, that's true.
the FCC reclassifying broadband as, I think it was 25 up, or not 25 up, 25 down and 3 up is the new requirement to be classified as broadband. So no more these evil little cable companies trying to say, oh, this is broadband. You're only getting like 3 megabits both ways.
Yeah.
It's enough to load one video.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be it for today. It's just a quick GDC update talking about our things, and I will be posting an article about our little interview with HTC, and hope to hear more from them. We're going to be continuing our coverage of GDC and anything that comes out of that, as well as we'll keep you in the know on any interviews. I'm going to be trying to hit some interviews with some different companies. Still got an interview with an indie developer about a new game called Boy and His Pup, and hopefully that will be up soon. Just gotta get in contact with them. But yeah, I think that's it for today. Is there anything else you got to run?
Not at the moment. I'm sure there will be some more news tomorrow.
Alright, cool. Well, that's pretty much half a podcast from us for the podcast number 3. It's more of just a GDC update. Thanks, guys, for watching. Thanks for listening, and stay tuned. We will be continuing, and all that jazz.